What's up everyone? I'm Michael, welcome to Dad Class, and today we're going to be taking a look at 5 baby products that I regret buying and some alternatives that will hopefully give you a little bit more bang for your buck. So let's jump right into it. First up on the list is something that you can get pretty overwhelmed thinking about before the baby's even here, and that is bottles. You're going to be tempted to go and pick up a bunch of different bottles without even really knowing if your baby's going to like them or not, or if like a certain nipple will work better than another. I know we have a ton in our cabinet that we still haven't even used, or we have tried a bunch of different ones and our daughter just does not like them. She only sticks to the certain ones. For us, it was the Dr. Brown's, but we kind of did that and fell into that trap of just going and buying a bunch. So if you want to save yourself a little bit of money and cabinet space especially, then I highly recommend going out and getting the Baby List bottle box. This is a box that has 5 different types of bottles from 5 different brands, all ranging from different sizes and shapes. The brands are Nuke, Komotomo, Olababy, Nanobaby, and Dr. Brown's. We personally like the Dr. Brown's, but that was again a preference for our daughter. But what this box allows you to do is try out a couple of different brands with different sizes and different size nipples, things like that, before you go and commit to one type of bottle. This just helps you save some money and definitely save on that much needed cabinet space later on down the line. Next on the list is a nasal aspirator. Now, in my newborn essentials video, I mentioned that I think the electric nasal aspirator from FridaBaby is just awesome. And that is completely true for us, at least, when she was a newborn. What I will say now, as an alternative, I would probably not go that route again. I would definitely go the manual route. The reason being is it just works so much better. You only have to replace the batteries once in a while, but once you start getting more and more mucus into that electric one, it starts to work less and less, and it just doesn't get as much as the manual one. So that's why I would highly recommend switching from the electric nasal aspirator from FridaBaby to the manual one. I think it'll work a lot better for you, and honestly, it's really not as gross as it sounds. Number 3 on the list is the Owlet baby camera. Now, I don't like to spoil my other videos that I've made, but I can spoil this one for you, no problem. I didn't like it. I just thought it was a little bit too much money and you didn't really get a lot from it. We had nothing but problems with it, and it just ended up becoming more of a nuisance than, a helpful accessory to our daughter's nursery. That is why I would highly recommend just getting any other camera as long as it has a night vision functionality and zoom. If you have those, you have basically everything that the Owlet had at probably a fraction of the price. The camera that I would highly recommend is the VTech VM-923, and this one has a separate monitor. It has night vision, zoom, everything that the Owlet has, but it has an included capability of panning and tilting, which allows you to look up and down and left and right. Super helpful if you have a wide room and you need to look all the way around it, or follow your child or something like that in their room. Makes it super useful, and the Owlet does not have that. So at a fraction of the price, I would highly recommend the VTech VM-923. Now we're going to talk about the 4Moms Mamaroo Swing. Now this is a product that has a very divided community. There's people on one side that say, this is the greatest swing ever and it helped us so much. Or there's people that say, I tried this swing, our child hated it, and I wasted my money. Unfortunately, we're in that camp. We bought it for the price. It just was not worth it for us. It didn't really do much. We thought it was going to help calm our baby when she was being fussy and things like that, but unfortunately did not really do it for us. A swing that I can recommend in place of the Mamaroo Swing is that of the Graco Simple Sway. For about half the price, you get a swing that has 6 swing speeds, 15 built-in sounds, a built-in mobile, 2 vibration settings, and a 5-point harness. Plus, not only does it have a wall outlet, it also runs on batteries. So that's just an added plus, but definitely something that I would highly recommend over the 4Moms Mamaroo Swing. Finally, I want to mention something for all the moms out there, and it is the Willow breast pump, specifically the Generation 3. Now, this is touted as a very smart and easy to use wearable wireless breast pump, and it is anything but that. At a $500 price point, which may or may not be covered by insurance, ours I think was half covered by insurance, which is nice, but either way, at a $500 price point, this thing was just awful. If my wife got up in the middle of the night to pump, there would be times where for like 20 minutes she would fidget around with the back of it and it would not latch correctly, and you just can't use it if it doesn't correctly latch. This would just be an annoyance that she would end up manually pumping. Even if it did work, the readings on the app would be a lot of times wrong, and just the difficulty of the learning curve just made it not really useful, and it made her not want to use it. She ended up purchasing another wearable breast pump, and this one was actually by Momcozy, and it was the S9. And I can tell you, by the one that was cleaning this thing, it was so much better than the Willow. She would pump, she could still wear it fine. There was no millions of bells and whistles, no fancy app that would just randomly break. It was just the pump and the actual like catcher for all the milk. You would pour that into a bag or a bottle, clean it, and it was so simple. So I would highly recommend, if you're a mom out there and you're looking at getting the Willow, highly recommend the Momcozy instead. I know I'm not the one using it, but my wife will tell you she does not recommend the Willow either. So that summarizes my list of the 5 baby products that I regret buying and the alternatives that I would highly recommend in their place. Let me know down in the comments below if you ended up going with one of these things that I actually regretted, or if you went with one of the alternatives in its place and you ended up thinking that it was a good decision or not. If you liked the video or found it helpful, then hit that like button, and if you want to stay up to date with any content that I put out in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.